What's going on, my friends? Josh Baldwin here from Mad Money Millennial. In this video, we are going to talk about Social Security, SSI, and disability benefits, and President Biden's latest move to differentiate himself from House Republicans on entitlement programs during the latest State of the Union address earlier this week. What does this administration have planned for the Social Security and Medicare programs this year? Can we expect any benefit increases? You can do me a giant favor by tapping those like and subscribe buttons. And let's get into this breaking news update regarding the latest Social Security benefits information. This information changes on an almost daily basis, and it's my job to keep you informed with the latest updates. So make sure you watch every single video and watch all the way through so you don't miss out on the most current information. Now, in his latest move to differentiate himself from House Republicans on entitlement programs, President Joe Biden is making a pretty big promise. He is vowing to shore up the shaky finances of Medicare's trust fund, extending its solvency to the middle of the century instead of the expected depletion date of 2028. President Biden said the following on Thursday in a speech in Florida, echoing similar comments from his State of the Union address earlier in the week. I will not cut a single Social Security or Medicare benefit. In fact, I am going to extend the Medicare Trust Fund for at least 2 decades. But just how will he accomplish this objective, as well as one to strengthen Social Security, remains to be seen. It's a goal that has eluded many presidents and lawmakers before him, and the divided Congress will make it that much more difficult to accomplish. Asked for more information, the White House said, "We will provide more details on March 9th, when the president releases his budget backed up by full, transparent accounting." Pressed about his plan, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre told reporters on Thursday that she's not just going to get ahead of what the president is going to lay out in his budget. President Biden is touting many of the financial benefits for Medicare enrollees in the Inflation Reduction Act, which Congress passed last summer. The law aims to reduce seniors' drug costs and is expected to produce savings for the federal government. But it will not help Medicare's troubled hospital insurance trust fund known as Medicare Part A, which pays for services such as inpatient hospital care. The trust fund will only be able to pay scheduled benefits until 2028, according to the most recent Medicare Trustees report. At that time, the fund's reserves will be depleted and Medicare's revenues will only be able to cover 90% of total benefits. Longtime Medicare and Social Security advocates are very interested in learning more about President Biden's strategy to protect the entitlement programs, particularly how he would extend Medicare solvency for at least 2 decades. According to Bill Sweeney, AARP's Senior Vice President of Government Affairs, "I haven't seen a plan that does that. Our members will be eager to see what the approach is there. A president's budget is an aspirational accounting of the policy priorities he wants lawmakers to take up. Congress is not required to follow its provisions, and often doesn't, though lawmakers may look to it as a guide." Matt Kazan, a managing director at Avalier Health, a consulting firm, said that based on his State of the Union address, President Biden will presumably include tax measures in the budget that will add new revenue to the Medicare Trust Fund. It could involve changes to the Medicare payroll tax of 2.9% of earnings, split between workers and their employers. Or it may entail other new tax policies that would funnel money to the trust fund, pointing to 2 levies passed as part of the Affordable Care Act in 2010. Another unknown is whether President Biden also plans to include non-tax provisions aimed at improving Medicare's fiscal health in his budget. Kazan goes on to state that extending solvency by more than 2 decades would likely require substantial changes in policy or a series of small but still serious changes. Social Security is also in bad fiscal shape. The combined Social Security trust funds which help support payouts for the elderly, survivors, and Americans with disabilities, are projected to deplete their reserves in 2035, according to the most recent Social Security Trustees report. At that time, the program's income will only be enough to cover 80% of scheduled benefits. This year, workers will pay 6.2% of the first $160,200 of their wage and salary income into Social Security. Their employers match that amount. A wide range of proposals have been floated over the years to shore up Social Security's finances. Some focus on raising more revenue by changing the payroll tax that supports the entitlement programs, while others look to limit benefits in various ways, including raising the full retirement age or curbing payments for higher income earners or future retirees. Some lawmakers have floated the idea of levying the payroll tax on higher income earners. For instance, Democratic Representative John Larson of Connecticut would impose it on earnings above $400,000, which would be in keeping with Biden's pledge not to raise taxes on those below that threshold. In addition, he proposed a variety of benefit enhancements, including higher payments for very old retirees, surviving spouses, and low-income workers. Alright, my Mad Money minions, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below any information that you might have about your own Social Security benefits, and maybe you can help someone else out. And of course, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right next to it. Hitting that bell will make sure you get notified exactly when my videos are coming out and not a week or two later. If you're interested in investing, you can now get your one free stock by clicking the link in the description. Alright guys, stay safe, stay hustling, stay warm, and I will talk to you all again soon.